What if there were no stars? What if there was no moon? What if the sun setting always seemed a little too soon? What if the sand wasn't soft? What if the tides were no more? What if I started to think you were a little unsure? What if the tree stood dead? What if the birds stopped their song? What if the constant stream of clouds was considered too long? What if the sky started to fade? What if the grass lost its green? What if you started to think we could never have been? What if space wasn't infinite? What if there wasn't such a distance? What if there's no meaning to our journeys, that we persist in this existence? What if the earth had no gravity? What if it didn't keep us grounded? What if the thought of us wasn't as good as it sounded? What if time could stop? What if you could skip ahead? What if you could visit the past and live memories retread? What if you stopped growing? What if you didn't age? What if you didn't think we were on the same page? What if birth wasn't a miracle? What if your life was as plain as could be? What if your first moments were the last you'd ever see? What if you could live forever? What if death never came? What if we never thought the same? What if your heart told you otherwise? What if you changed your mind? What if time together was something that we would never find? What if you had just said? What if you had tried? What if you had lied?